J.J. Redick, Lakers feeling the pressure ahead of must-win Game 5 against Timberwolves. What once looked like a promising debut season for J.J. Redick as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers has now turned into a fight for survival. Down 3-1 in the series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Lakers are facing elimination in the first round of the playoffs. If you are new here, leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Despite having late leads in both Games 3 and 4 on the road, the Lakers couldn't close them out, and now they're backed into a corner, needing 3 straight wins to keep their season alive. Speaking to the media after Tuesday's practice, Redick didn't sugarcoat the team's current mindset. "I'd say we're feeling the tension, and honestly that's how it should be," Redick admitted. He emphasized the importance of staying present, avoiding distractions from what's already happened or what might come next. "You've got to play like everything's on the line. You can't change the past, and feeling sorry for yourself doesn't help anyone," he said. "All our energy has to be on Game 5. That's the message we've drilled into the team. For us, tomorrow is a Game 7. To pull off the comeback, though, the Lakers can't afford to beat themselves, something that's been an unfortunate trend in this series. There have been too many defensive mistakes that just didn't need to happen," Redick explained. "In both games, I saw a lot of self-inflicted wounds. The Lakers have already shown resilience once in this series, bouncing back to win Game 2 after dropping the opener at home. But Redick was quick to point out that a 3-1 deficit is a completely different kind of challenge. There's a big difference between being down 1-0 and down 3-1. It's a different mentality, a different urgency," he said. "Other teams have come back from 3-1 before, and while the path is steep, the Lakers can still give themselves a shot. But it starts with taking care of business in Game 5 and bringing the series back to Minnesota." Redick, "Fatigue isn't the problem, execution is. In both Games 3 and 4, the Lakers had legitimate chances to steal wins on the road. In Game 4, Redick even stuck with the same 5 players for the entire second half. Still, he doesn't believe fatigue was the reason for the team's fourth-quarter struggles. "No, I don't think it was that," he said. "Look, if you go back and see, we scored 19, 20, 13 points in those fourth quarters? That's a pattern. It's not about being tired. Our top 2 guys missed point-blank layups at the rim. I don't think that's fatigue, I think that's execution." J.J. Redick, Lakers feeling the heat as they face do-or-die Game 5 against Timberwolves. What started as a hopeful first season for J.J. Redick as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers has quickly turned into a desperate battle to stay alive. Down 3-1 in their series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Lakers now face the daunting task of winning 3 games in a row, or going home. In both Games 3 and 4, the Lakers had real chances to win. They held late leads on the road but couldn't finish the job. Now, with their backs against the wall, everything rides on Game 5. Speaking after practice on Tuesday, Redick gave a raw and honest look into the team's mindset. "There's tension in the air, and that's normal. That's exactly where we're supposed to be right now," he said. But Redick made it clear, there's no time to dwell on missed opportunities or think too far ahead. "You've got to play like it's your last shot, because it might be. We can't undo the past, and there's no room for self-pity. Right now, all our energy, all our focus is on Game 5. That's been the message from the coaches to the players. For us, tomorrow isn't just another game, it's our Game 7. For the Lakers to stay alive, they need to stop making unforced errors, mistakes that have cost them dearly in this series. There were too many defensive breakdowns, things we absolutely could have avoided," Redick said. "In both games, we beat ourselves in key moments." While the team has shown resilience before, bouncing back from a Game 1 loss to win Game 2, Redick acknowledged that being down 3-1 is a whole different level. "It's not the same. Being down 1-0 is tough. But down 3-1? That's an entirely different mindset. The margin for error is gone. Comebacks from 3-1 deficits are rare, but they're not impossible. If the Lakers can find a way to win Game 5, they can breathe new life into this series and take it back to Minnesota with momentum on their side." Redick, "It's not fatigue, it's execution." Many questioned whether fatigue played a role in the Lakers' fourth-quarter struggles, especially after Redick kept the same 5 players on the floor for the entire second half of Game 4. But he doesn't buy that as an excuse. "No. Looking back, we scored 19-20, then just 13 points in the fourth quarter. That's not just tired legs, that's a pattern," Redick said. Our two best players missed point-blank layups at the rim. That's not about energy, that's about focus. That's about execution. J.J. Redick doesn't blame fatigue for Lakers' fourth-quarter collapse versus Timberwolves. In a bold coaching move during Game 4 against the Minnesota Timberwolves, J.J. Redick kept the same five players, Luka Donćić, Austin Reaves, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and Dorian Finney-Smith, on the court for the entire second half. It was an unprecedented decision in modern playoff history, marking the first time a team played all 24 minutes of a postseason half without making a single substitution. The gamble didn't pay off. The Lakers let a late lead slip away and now find themselves trailing 3-1 in the series. Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards noted after the game that the Lakers looked exhausted down the stretch, something Minnesota was quick to exploit. But Redick, after reviewing the game film, stood firm in his belief that fatigue wasn't to blame. "No, I really don't think it was," Redick said after Tuesday's practice. "If you go back and look, 19 points, 20 points, 13 points in those fourth quarters. That's not about being tired. That's a pattern. Our two best players missed layups right at the rim, and I don't think they missed those because they were out of gas." Some have raised concerns that playing only 5 guys might shake the confidence of others in the rotation who are used to seeing minutes. Redick addressed that directly and didn't seem worried. "I talked to every player who might have played in the second half. Everyone understood the decision. There was no issue at all," he explained. As for the Game 5 starting lineup, Redick kept things under wraps. But there's no doubt that Donćić, Reaves, LeBron, Hachimura, and Finney-Smith remain central to the Lakers' game plan. With the season on the line, those 5 will likely log big minutes again, though Redick may need to be more strategic going forward, knowing the team has to win 3 straight to survive. So far, the fourth quarter has been the Achilles heel of this series for LA. The Timberwolves have outscored the Lakers by a staggering 105-69 in the final periods across all 4 games. Whether it's fatigue, focus, or execution, something has to change, and fast, if the Lakers want any shot at turning this series around. Luka Donćić, "Fatigue isn't an excuse, it's about execution." Echoing Redick's sentiments, Luka Donćić made it clear after Game 4 that tired legs aren't a valid excuse in the playoffs. "This is the postseason. Fatigue can't be part of the conversation," Donćić said. "Yeah, guys played a lot of minutes, but that doesn't matter. In the end, they just defended better in the final minutes. That's what made the difference." As the series now shifts to a pivotal Game 5, the Lakers are fully aware of the challenge ahead. They've dug themselves into a deep hole, and while there's still hope, the path to redemption will require resilience, focus, and most importantly, a drastic change in how they approach the final stretches of games. The Lakers' fourth-quarter struggles have been a recurring theme throughout this series. While their early game efforts have often been strong, the inability to finish has left fans and analysts questioning what's going wrong. And with Minnesota's defense tightening up in the final minutes, the Lakers have failed to adjust. At this point, we can't afford to make the same mistakes. We need to take care of the small details that have been costing us: our decision-making, our defense, our execution, Redick continued. This is where we show who we really are. If we can fix those issues, we can turn this series around. The decision to play only 5 players for the entire second half in Game 4 has sparked significant debate. Many wondered if fatigue was indeed a factor in the Lakers' collapse, especially with LeBron James and Austin Reaves both missing critical layups in the final minutes. However, Redick's insistence on the fact that these missed opportunities weren't due to exhaustion has become a key talking point. It signals that the issue may lie more in the team's mental and strategic approach rather than physical limitations. In the aftermath of Game 4, analysts and former players alike have weighed in on Redick's bold coaching decision. While some see it as a gamble that didn't pay off, others praise his trust in his players and willingness to push his stars to their limits. Regardless of the strategy's outcome, the message is clear: the Lakers are now fully committed to making this series a fight to the finish. The trust that Redick has shown in his players, especially in LeBron and Luka, is a testament to his belief in them, said former NBA coach Stan Van Gundy. But the question is, will this team be able to dig deep enough to respond in Game 5? Or will the fatigue, both physical and mental, prove to be too much? The Lakers' chances of turning this series around rest heavily on the performance of their 2 biggest stars, LeBron James and Luka Donćić. James, the veteran leader, has carried his team through countless high-pressure moments in his career, but the demands of this series may be taking a toll. Meanwhile, Donćić, despite his incredible skill, has yet to reach his peak in this matchup. For the Lakers to stand a chance, both need to elevate their games and set the tone for the rest of the roster. LeBron James, who has been vocal about the pressure the Lakers face, shared his thoughts after the loss in Game 4, "It's do or die now. We've been in tough situations before, but this time it's different. We know what's at stake, and we need to bring everything we've got. We have to play with desperation, with urgency. The next game is everything." As the series has progressed, the Timberwolves' Anthony Edwards has emerged as a key figure in Minnesota's success, and his impact has been undeniable. Edwards has consistently been a thorn in the Lakers' side, especially in the clutch moments, and his confidence in the fourth quarter has rattled LA's defense. Edwards' words post-Game 4 about the Lakers being exhausted resonated with many who saw the team's inability to close out games as a sign of mental fatigue. With the series heading back to Los Angeles for Game 5, the Lakers will have the home court advantage, but the pressure is on to win. They are fully aware that the odds are stacked against them. Only a handful of teams in NBA history have come back from a 3-1 deficit in the playoffs. But the Lakers are a team built on resilience, and this challenge may just be the fuel they need to push through. As the clock ticks down to Game 5, the tension in LA is palpable. Fans are on edge, hoping to see their team bounce back and prove that they are not ready to go home. If Redick's players can shake off the mistakes of the past few games and execute their game plan to perfection, there is still a chance for the Lakers to rewrite the narrative of this series. The question is, will they rise to the occasion, or will the Timberwolves continue to capitalize on the Lakers' mistakes? Game 5 will be the ultimate test of character, determination, and strategy. The Lakers' playoff fate hinges on it. Anthony Edwards felt the Lakers were out of gas in the final stretch of Game 4. Despite their best efforts, the Los Angeles Lakers couldn't hold off the Minnesota Timberwolves in the closing moments of Game 4. The Lakers managed only 19 points in the fourth quarter, while Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards exploded for 16 points on his own, leading his team to a 116-113 victory and a commanding 3-1 series lead. A major storyline coming out of the game was J.J. Redick's decision to play only 5 players throughout the entire second half. This bold move sparked questions about whether fatigue played a role in the Lakers' collapse. While Luka Donćić and Redick himself defended the decision, Edwards certainly felt the Lakers were running on empty by the end of the game. After the win, Edwards, who finished with 43 points on the night, revealed he sensed the Lakers were starting to tire in the final minutes. His goal then was clear: keep the pressure on. "I felt like they were out of gas down the stretch," Edwards said after Minnesota erased a 10-point deficit in the fourth to secure the win. "So, I just kept my foot on the gas and kept pushing." Only the Lakers truly know how fatigued they were on the court, but Edwards' assessment was that the team was losing steam, which gave him the opportunity to ramp up his efforts. The result was a Timberwolves victory, and now the Lakers find themselves on the brink of elimination, needing to figure out how to turn this series around. It was undoubtedly a risky gamble by Redick. Even a few minutes here and there for a fresh player might have provided the boost the Lakers needed to hold onto the lead. But Redick made his call, and the team backed it, believing it was the right decision for the moment. Now with the series hanging by a thread, the Lakers must win 3 straight games and figure out how to contain Edwards, who has been the best player in this series by far. Anthony Edwards gets under LeBron James' skin. One of the more entertaining subplots of Game 4 was the physical matchup between Lakers star LeBron James and Timberwolves rising star Anthony Edwards. While LeBron towers over Edwards in size, the young star wasn't backing down. He kept challenging James and found himself in a few intense exchanges with the Lakers legend, often trash-talking in the heat of the moment. Afterward, Edwards admitted his goal was simple: he wanted to be a nuisance to LeBron, trying to get under his skin and frustrate him. While Edwards acknowledged LeBron's superior strength, he made it clear that he and the Timberwolves wouldn't let the Lakers intimidate them. "I just wanted to be a pest," Edwards said. "LeBron is obviously much stronger than me, but I wanted him to know that we're not backing down. We're here to fight." As Game 5 looms, the Lakers know they have their work cut out for them, not just in terms of strategy but in terms of mentality. Edwards has shown he's up for the challenge, and if the Lakers are to have any hope of staying alive in this series, they'll need to dig deep and find a way to handle his relentless pressure and reclaim control of the series.